Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing well. Here we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator with this same aircraft, the Boeing 737-900. We're going to be flying from Los Angeles to Las Vegas today. It's going to be a very short flight. Last flight was San Francisco to Los Angeles, so today's going to be just to Las Vegas, so it should be pretty short. So without further ado, let's get the aircraft started up. Okay, so right now we're in the cockpit. The jetway is connected. So we're just going to go ahead and run through the checklist real quick. So the parking brake is set. The battery guard closed. Standby power guard is closed. Left center fuel pump, we'll turn that on. Left aft fuel pump start. APU, switch to start. Position lights steady. Logo lights on. Cabin lights as required. Emergency lights on. Passenger signs on. Packs go auto. IRS mode selectors to nav, and we'll turn on the ground power. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and request the data from SimBrief. Our flight plan is right here, and then go into the FMC and we'll set it up. So position, request the flight plan. Alright, we'll activate the flight plan, execute, okay, request the perf init. Today's flight level for cruising is 240, and let's calculate takeoff speeds. Okay, so we're taking off from runway 24 left today, so let's calculate this. So we're gonna do flaps 5. I'll just go ahead and set the rotate speeds, and then we'll continue on from there. Alright, so I just set up the descent forecast winds, as well as the takeoff speeds and the trim, as well as the ILS approach frequencies. So now let's set up the departures and arrivals. So we're going to be departing off of Orca 5. Let's go ahead and find that. So we got Orca 5 on 24 left. And then for the arrivals we're going to have render 3, renders 2, the same thing, and we're gonna do the ILS approach to 01 left. Okay, and now we'll just make sure there's no vectors or discontinuities. Okay, we should be good from there. APU generators coming on, and let's get some lights on in this cockpit real quick. Whoops, wrong one. Yep, that's looking better. I'm gonna go ahead and plan the pushback, and we'll get ready for pushback, but I'll also make sure all the passengers are on the aircraft as well. There goes the jetway. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and request pushback.
This is ground. Stand by.
Okay. And let's get ready to start up our engines. Packs off. All fuel pumps on. Anti-collision light on. Wing and wheel well on.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed, and all ground equipment is removed.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, parking brake is released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Yeah, we'll start in the sequence.
Okay, let's start engine 1. Hang on. APU is not on yet. Let's try that one more time. There we go. We'll give that some fuel. Let me know if you guys have any other ideas for YouTube videos. I'm always looking for some. I hope you guys enjoy this episode or this series so far. This is just my first one, so it's not the best idea really. But I'm gonna try and come up with more fun ideas. So hopefully that'll be good. Parking brake is set. Okay, don't need that. Engine 2, start. Okay, let's turn on when we turn off lights and taxi lights. Let's do a TCAS test. We'll do a full flaps and speed brakes as well. Okay, let's give engine number 2 some fuel. And put the spoilers up. Let's turn the second engine generator on. And now we can turn off the APU. Left and right packs. Electric hydraulic pumps on. Probe heat on. We're ready for taxi. Let's just go through this checklist real quick. Everything's good actually. Let's turn this display off. Engine start switches. Content, whatever that means actually. Elevator trim is set. Flight controls free and correct. And then, yep, we're good. Taxi lights on. Runway turn off lights as required. Let's get out of here. So we're gonna release the parking brake, and let's begin taxiing. But first, let's start bringing our flaps back up. Okay, let's go. Alright, so they told us to taxi to runway 24 left and hold short. So it's gonna be the same runway that Delta's flying right now. So we're gonna turn left onto the Delta 7 taxiway real quick, and then we're gonna make a right turn onto Echo, and then continue straight onto Echo 6. There goes the Delta. Okay, let's begin takeoff checklist. Landing lights on, taxi lights off, transponder TARA, seatbelts on, auto thrust arm, TFC on. We'll dim these lights as well for takeoff. Okay, we're gonna hold short right here.
Niner ready for IFR departure, runway 24 left.
Flaps set.
Alaska tree 19er altimeter 29.9er tree wind 169er at 6. Cleared for takeoff runway 24 left.
Okay, we're gonna release the parking brake.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 24 left.
Alright, looking right. We're cleared, I believe. Hang on, that might be an aircraft coming into land. Just wait for them to pass, and then we can go. Alright, we're good now. Oh, is that for a different runway? Whoops, my bad. You never know, guys. You never know. Clear left. Okay, guys, let's go to Las Vegas. Maybe we can go to a casino over there. Who knows? Let's just go have some fun. Full throttle. Checked. And rotate.
Los Angeles Tower Sun Country 90040 at runway 24 left ready for departure IFR to Minneapolis.
Gear up.
Sun Country, line up and wait. Sun Country.
Flaps coming up.
Departure on West
And we got autopilot connected. And we're climbing.
Alaska tree 19er is
Climbing to 6,000 feet.
Alaska tree 29.9er tree radar contact continue.
Alright, let's do our after takeoff checklist. Gear is up, auto brake off, engine start switches, auto, and then gear level. It can't really go into the off position, so we'll just leave it. And that's it. We can turn off the runway turn off lights though. I mean, not the runway, yeah, the runway turn off lights, my bad. Okay, we're gonna go 10,000 feet higher than we were assigned to.
maintain 60.
Alrighty, so now we're just following our flight plan really, and we're just following what ATC tells us to climb to. So we're just kind of basically cruising right now. Once we reach 10,000 feet, I'll turn off the landing lights, but otherwise, I guess I'll just see you guys at cruising altitude. But enjoy this wonderful view. It's very beautiful. You don't usually get to see this. I didn't expect this really. So it's pretty nice. Thank you guys for joining us on this wonderful series to New York from Seattle. I'll see you guys at cruising altitude. Thank you for joining. Alright, so we've just reached 24,000 feet, our cruising altitude. I have turned off the fasten seatbelt signs for the passengers, but otherwise we're pretty much cruising. We do have until, we actually have around, let's see, 70 nautical miles until we have to descend, or until hopefully ATC tells us to descend, so we're pretty much just going to be chilling right now for a while. I do have the courses set and the ILS frequency set for our ILS approach tonight, so it should be pretty good. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the first checkup, and I'll see you guys right before descent. See you later. Alright, so we're about to hit our top of descent, but we're not going to descend really until they actually tell us to. So for now we're just going to wait, but as you can see we're about to hit our top of descent.
Descend and maintain 13,000 feet, Alaska tree.
Okay, so we're going to descend and maintain 13,000 feet, guys. Hopefully we'll catch up to the glide slope. Alright, so just an update. They told us to descend and maintain 13,000 feet without keeping our speed above 250 knots, which we are well below, so we are perfectly fine. So we're just going to continue descending, and yeah, we're going to be perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the seatbelt signs once again, and then we're also going to turn down these lights as we prepare to land. Alright, so now we're descending 10,000 feet. So once we hit 10,000 feet, I'll turn on the landing lights and runway turn-off lights as well. So as you can see, we're getting very close to our destination right here, so that's why we're descending. I'll go ahead and do speed brakes so that we can slow down, and that way we can descend faster. Okay, so I've set the speed to 210. Now all we're waiting for is for them to tell us to descend more and get ready to land at in Las Vegas. Okay, they told us to descend to 8,000 feet and to expect the ILS approach. Landing lights on, runway turn-off lights on. The auto brake is set. Alright, so now we're descending to 6,300 feet at 201 knots. Okay, so we put flaps down starting after we catch the glide slope, so not yet, not yet. Okay, we're about to capture the ILS approach. Alright, I turned on approach mode, and we've caught the glide slope. So now we're going to go flaps 1. Trying to slow down now. Let's just make sure everything is set now. I think we're good to go. Really gotta slow down, come on. Alright, gear. We're gonna drop the gear now. Flaps to 15 now. Okay, we're cleared to land, guys. Let's do this. Thank you guys for coming with me on this journey. We're gonna go the next set of flaps now. Slow down even more. And full flaps. Lots of turbulence, lots of turbulence. Speed brakes are armed, which is good. Okay, now I'm controlling the thrust.
400.
Alright, my aircraft now.
300. Glide slope.
Small adjustments, here we go.
$50, $30, $20, $10.
Reverse thrusters. And we'll exit left, I believe. Up. Flaps going up. Landing lights off. Taxi lights on.
November Hotel Cross runway 8 left. Contact taxi to and hold short runway 1 left using taxiway Hotel November Hotel Cross runway 8 left Cessna 774.
And we'll stop right there. Shut off both engines. And that should be good to go. Alright, so we are pretty much finished with this flight. Whoops. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.